What if one book could change how we see life itself? No magic, no myth, just careful notes, bold ideas, and a very patient man who liked finches. Today we're talking about Charles Darwin's On the Origin of Species. It didn't just shake science, it reshaped culture, faith, and even how we study medicine and farming. Let's see how one book did all that. Picture this, a young Darwin on the HMS Beagle, sailing around the world in the 1830s. He collects fossils, plants, and birds, and fills notebook after notebook. He sees something odd. On nearby islands, animals look similar, but not the same. Like cousins who shop at the same store. Why the small differences? Back in England, Darwin studies for years. He reads, breeds pigeons, and talks to farmers and breeders. He isn't guessing. He's testing. The big idea forms. Nature works like a careful editor. It keeps tiny changes that help a plant or animal survive, and drops the ones that don't. He calls it natural selection. Think of a beach full of crabs and birds. If darker crabs hide better on dark rocks, more dark crabs survive. Over many generations, the whole group gets darker. No plan. Just survival. In 1858, Darwin gets a letter from Alfred Russel Wallace, a young naturalist who came to the same idea. Friendly alarm bells ring. It's time to publish. A year later, in 1859, Darwin releases On the Origin of Species. The first print run sells out on day one. Imagine a science book going viral, Victorian style. Darwin avoids big fights in the text. He writes clear, careful English. He focuses on facts, fossils, geography, animal breeding, and those famous finches. The main claim is simple but huge. All species change over time. They share common ancestors. Life is a branching tree, not a set of separate boxes. Reactions explode. Some cheer. Some panic. Newspapers argue. Churches respond. Scientists debate data. But the idea spreads because it explains so much with simple rules. And the effects? Massive. Biology gets a new backbone. Medicine studies germs and resistance. Farming and breeding use selection on purpose to improve crops and animals. Even geology and paleontology evolve. Pun intended. Layers of rock make more sense when species change over time. Fossils fit like puzzle pieces in a long timeline. Over the next century, genetics joins the party. DNA confirms the family tree of life. Darwin had the pattern. Later science found the code. One careful book started it, a quiet revolution built on data, not drama. Darwin waited over 20 years to publish. He wanted strong evidence. Wallace's letter finally pushed him to go public. The full title was long, On the Origin of Species by Means of Natural Selection. Not great for a thumbnail, but great for clarity. The first edition never used the word evolution. Darwin preferred descent with modification. The E word came later. Darwin raised fancy pigeons at home to study how selection works. Pigeons were his living lab, and his low-key hobby. The book kept selling. 6 editions came out in Darwin's lifetime, each one updated with new facts and replies to critics. A famous debate in 1860 made headlines. Whether people agreed or not, everyone was talking about natural selection. So how did one book change history? Careful notes, clear writing, bold claims, and a theory that matched the real world. On the Origin of Species didn't end the story, it began it. From DNA tests to flu shots to better crops, we still live in Darwin's afterglow. If this story sparked your curiosity, tap like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell. Tell us in the comments, Which world-changing book should we cover next? This was all about something. Stay curious, and never stop asking how we know what we know.